Talk. Okay, here I am, maiden voyage. This is not the art fair. This is my backyard, and we have figured out how to set up a tent. So we got a, is this inside out? Why is the tag sticking out? No, okay. We got a Euramax tent, pop up like an umbrella kind of tent. And then I got mesh, Chat GPT and Google, internet's really good. I got Harbor Freight mesh panels, and I got them on sale. So that was pretty good. And I got 3 panel sets. I got curtain hangers, which also I've done a lot of research, and a lot of you have helped me out there. My fellow artists in St. Louis are awesome, and you guys have helped me a lot, and you told me lots of good stuff, and I'm sure you'll tell me more, and you've been very gentle with that, so I appreciate that. I found pool noodles. And if you don't know what pool noodles are for, pool noodles are to put here up in the corners, so when it rains and your tent collects water, the water just rolls right off. Now, I know some people have said that they do not work, and some people have said they've worked really well. Well, it was raining the other day, and I've had this in my backyard for over a week, and it's raining, and it's been raining, and so I found these pool noodles, by the way, are white, which is really, really cool. I got them at the dollar store. They should be called the $1.25 store because there's nothing for $1 in the dollar store. But they're white, and they call them Halloween noodles. So I'm curious if they glow in the dark. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. But anyway, but then they're real skinny because they're only $1.25. So oh, that was my dog that just barked. So I zip tied them together, which, you know how like mistakes end up becoming solutions, like mistakes become masterpieces. The fact that I zip tied 2 together, they kind of spread apart, and that is made it even better somehow. So we'll find out if I have a monsoon rain. The whole thing will probably go anyway. There's lots of weight. So we have little duffel bags. The tent came with some duffel bags. Then we bought some, I don't know if you can see me over here. We bought some weights to put on the bottom. I only bought 1 set of weights. So, okay, and I got that, put them up with bungee cords to try to hold it down. I have been watching all of you guys, and I'm brand new at this. I'm a budding artist, emerging artist, so this is my new chance. Gen X mom type thing. I'm Gen X, and I'm going out there and trying to do what I wanted to do when I was like 16 years old. And then I had to go through life and do all the life stuff. And I've done all the life stuff. And here I am. And I'm able to do this. And it's pretty cool. And I have an awesome partner in my husband who is very supportive of this, which he knew me at 16 years old. So he knows that this is me. All right, where was I? What was I talking about, Greg? Oh, the weights. The weights. Okay, so I've been listening to you guys. I got off kilter because I started talking about reminiscing. I got off kilter. Okay, so this one's like a duffel bag. That one's a bag that came with it, and they have extra weights here. You guys told me 40 pounds per leg. So I've got 40 pounds per leg. So that, and back here, there's a big duffel bag, and we put a whole bunch of old weights from Greg, my husband's old weight set. Oh. Yep, and his old weight set is over here. And I had to somehow bind it together, so I used a Gold's Gym, which Greg should be using when he's lifting weights, but he's not because he's also a Gen X person. So us Gen X people should be being smart with our bodies. And so instead of him using it, I put the Gold's Gym weight belt around this to hold it all down together. And then we got these really, really cool zip ties that we got from Granddad Zip Ties. And these are zip ties that you can actually pop open and reuse, which I cannot pop open and reuse. Greg can pop open and reuse with a little, what do you call it? Flathead screwdriver. I literally, to try to pop open one of these reusable zip ties, took me 15 minutes. I hurt myself, and I used lots of curse words. So anyway, so I told Greg about it, and he went on Google and did you go to Amazon, Greg? Yeah, he went to Amazon and he found this nifty thing. What's it called? It is called something, is like release thing that's supposed to make these go beep, 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 and you release them really good. So we will find out. But, zip ties are all different sizes. So in our family, we have this joke. It's like, oh, they're all universal. So we'll find out if this is actually universal, because nothing, if you have lived enough life, you always think, oh, it's universal. And then you bring it home and it doesn't work on the thing you want it to work on. If that made any sense to you. So if that doesn't work, me is going to go get some scissors and I'm going to cut these at the end of my first art fair and just get out of there, because I'm sure I'm going to be tired and hot and be like, what world did I just jump into? Greg will be there with his cool little nifty beep, 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 and try to figure it out the right way. We'll see who wins on that one. Oh, and then I got over here, you got to see my little Dawn Benson artwork sign. So I have my Dawn Benson artwork sign, and everybody keeps asking, like, where did you get that sign? How did you get that sign? And so actually this sign was a sign from Target that said Merry, for Merry Christmas. And so it was dark green with like a wood border, and it said Merry in red. And so I had it up in the kitchen, and then after Christmas was over, I took it down, and I might have put it up the following year, and then I took it down. And then I was like, hey, I want to use this for something. Now, this is way before I even thought art stuff, but I was like, I'm going to use this for something. So then I painted it like, I don't know what color I painted it. But then we got this art thing, and I'm like, ooh, I need a sign. So then I found this sign. I was like, I can do this. And I went to, y'all know how, what's the thing? Joann's Fabrics, right? Went out of business. And I feel bad because I didn't really shop there. And then when they were going out of business, I went there like 12 times in like 2 weeks, which I had never gone there before. So I felt bad because I thought it was just fabric, but it's not. So I got these these are like little wood letters, but that one's not. I painted that one. I painted that one. I painted that one, and I painted these because they did not have WNAORS. They didn't have those because it was like a closing sale and you just got to buy what they had. So I put those on there, and then I painted in the rest, and I'm like, I made my own sign and I thought it was cool. Well, then I messed up. Again, another mistake. And I always tell like my kids that I love teaching at my school is mistakes become masterpieces, correct? So I don't like to measure. I always call myself a messy artist. I'm not one of those perfectionist artists. And I went Dawn Benson Artworks, and then I had to slide things over because things weren't fitting. So you can see, if you get them up real close, you can see smeary glue. Because that's me. I'm not a perfectionist, you can say. And I was like, cool, I got it. And then I was like, oh man. Now it looks like Dawn Benson Artworks instead of Dawn Benson Artworks. There was a big space in here. I don't know if you can tell, but it's this space and this space. There was a gigantic space in there. And I'm like, well, now the sign looks stupid and I'm done and I don't want to do this anymore. I messed up the sign. And then my husband's like, why don't you just paint a tree between there? And I was like, oh, I can do that. I can paint a tree between there. So like, I'm going to throw it away anyway because I messed up. And then people are going to be like criticizing me because there's wood letters and painted letters, and lettering is not my thing. So I was like, fine, I'll paint a tree between there. So I was like, I love swirlies. I've been a swirly person forever, haven't I, Greg?
Yes.
Yes. Swirlies. Swirlies and catty corner. Everything is catty corner or swirlies. And catty corner means like when you decorate a house, I want to put this sofa catty corner and that table catty corner. And then I like to draw everything with swirlies. But okay, I just left you. I'm back now. Okay, so I drew this tree, and then I was like, oh, I really messed it up now. And then Greg was like, that's so cool. You did a really good job. I'm like, did I really do a good job? So then I put my initial on there. Dawn, I did do a good job. So we haven't done this yet, but we're probably going to this could possibly become my logo with the tree with the roots. And there's a lot of really good symbolism with the roots, and the roots go down to the living water and give you, rejuvenate you. So, That's huge to me. And I've even talked to my students about it. Every tree I paint seems like it becomes this tree. So I have a tree that resonates with me. Oh, and then this thing, oh, not the prince, but this thing, I don't know if you can see this thing. I put black, whatever this is called, over it, shears. These black sheer curtains were from our old house from over 5 years ago. These are sheer curtains that I had. And then I decided not to get rid of them. I don't need them for the new house. And I thought I could use them for Halloween and stuff. So I kind of like, you know, did. And then I bought this thing again from Joann's for like 20 bucks. It was one of their display things, and brought it and put it on a table for the budding artist review. Was it budding artist review or is it just budding artist?
Don't recall.
It was in the Del Mar Loop, and it was the budding artist thing, and you could only do a table. That was supposed to be the rules. You can only have a 6-foot table. And he had to make it happen, Captain. So I made it happen. I got this from Joann's, and I piled everything up tall and piled everything, and I made it, and I got it. And then I got my little stretchy thing, because in art fairs, I know you got to have your little stretchy thing, your stretchy tablecloth. So I put that there, and that gave me height. And so it's really nice, but it's really heavy. So I covered that. Well, then it takes a long time. So now I've got a zip tied. We'll see how long that lasts. So somewhere to put my prints and somewhere to give you some vertical. I think that's it.